We're back from the break talking to Huma and Wasim Akram. Before we went for break, we were talking about mentors, and you'd mentioned that, there were a lot of mentors at your time. You had, the Imran Khan, and you had Javed Miandad, amongst many others. And now you feel that, the boys are not so lucky as to have somebody from another generation.
That is one of the factors, I think. There's no one there they can look up to or ask some advice. They're all from same age group. And of course, right now, I think Shoaib Malik is improving as a captain. Shoaib Akhtar could have done that job, but of course, he has been injured for the last couple of years. He hasn't been in the side, so that's a problem as well.
Do you feel that, he can take on that responsibility as an individual also at this point, or no?
He should.
He should.
And I think he can if he puts his mind into it, but for that, he has to play. This is as simple.
Is it like our fashion business is filled with jealousies and rivalries, and does that also happen in the sports business? Is it?
It does. Not as bad, not as openly, but it definitely happens. Not in every cricket team, but I think in subcontinent, yes, it happens. There is always a little bit of rivalry between the seniors if they are playing together, and there's, at the end of the day, everybody wants to lead the side. Right. End of the day. It doesn't matter whatever you say, they want to. If the people say they don't want to, they lie.
But you did say it can be also a healthy thing if they have a certain amount of rivalry and competition, because
it feed off.
Like I used to have it with Bakar Yunus. We used to hate each other guts at times. We were too young. I was 24, he was 22. We got so much attention yet again. But we need to get wickets on the field. We never used to talk off the field, but on the field we used to get wickets. I'm talking about 2-3 years. And we got a lot of wickets for both sides.
So
and that's
there the rivalry helped.
The little tension sort of
helped. That Bakar is getting 5 wickets, I should get 7 wickets. If I'm getting 5, he used to think he should get 6. So that's where Pakistan team benefited, and whole team did well as well.
Right. You have 2 boys, right?
That's right.
And you're into sports. Do you have a very testosterone high household?
Yes, because they're all men there, including the cat.
How do you manage one kitty amongst all these?
All of these, yeah. Well, he's hardly there.
Right.
But no, it's quite a boisterous and quite a sort of energetic household, mashallah, and there's lots happening. But yeah, I'm dealing with it. It is strenuous.
What are your
I joined into them.
You're a psychotherapist. Are you practicing?
That's right. Or? I've started Kami about 6-8 months ago. I had left it when I had the children because I wanted to be more involved in their childhood. And again, because he wasn't there, so I was sort of hands-on mother. But now I've started again and practicing in Lahore. And it's going well. I'm going through reference because I'm still I've been out of it for so long for this field. And usually we sort of tally with psychiatrists or, people who are in the health profession.
Right.
But there are people, not as much as Karachi, but people are sort of willing to talk. Again, I think there's that apprehension and taboo that, everyone will find out what.
Have you ever helped his game through your...
Without him knowing.
Oh, really?
Without him knowing, on a very unconscious level.
Or does he know? Do you know when she's trying to shrink your head?
In the beginning, of course I know. I pretend that I don't know. There's a time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, in the beginning, I used to take help from her just before a big game.
Right.
She used to make me relax and calm. I used to go to sleep nicely, and of course, things like that. Just said in the beginning, we did quite a bit of that, and that helped.
Yeah, especially when he was captain, because he was captain on and off so many times, and I think that is one of the most stressful jobs in
captaining a Pakistan side, it's not simple.
Right.
It's not like Australian side or England side. You go there, you do your job, and come back. Oh, hey, it doesn't work like that. Because there's a reason behind it. When I was captain in 98, 99, I had 3 chairmen of cricket board change in a span of about, say, 12 months to 16 months. So when every chairman comes, he wants his new team, and rightly so. If he doesn't like the captain, he won't change his captain, selectors, directors, director cricket, director marketing, whatever, name it.
But why? Why would it?
I don't know. This is part of the
team.
Part of the culture. And then I remember, I can imagine what Shoaib Malik must be going through right now. Right. He must be thinking, I hope this new chairman likes me as a captain, because the previous chairman have announced him for next year or 2. Right. Or with the same matter, Jeff Lawson as well. So you have to learn how to deal with the chairmans, you have to learn how to deal with selectors, you have to know how to deal with media.
With your players.
You will get with your players, of course. And a lot of other pressures, family pressures and everything is there. And you'll get used to it. You get used to it, but for that, you have to be the captain of the side for at least for 2 to 3 years, and then you can learn. Cricket, in cricket, leadership doesn't mean that you're a born leader. You learn to be a leader in cricket,
Right.
because it's such a different game than the other sports. That captain is very much involved in cricket than any other sport, I reckon.
So in your opinion, who was the best captain that you've sort of played under?
It has to be Imran Khan. I've played in the Javed Miandad, under Imran, under about another 10 captains, quite a few in fact. But I think Imran was again a very positive captain. He used to believe in his own ability and of course in teams with ability. And that's why and where I think we won a World Cup, because he consistently during that World Cup in '92, we lost 2-3 games on the trot. I mean, we weren't even were qualifying for the semis. He said, one win and we'll be there. So he was always very confident and he always used to believe in hard work. And I mean, he was very hardworking himself. Being a leader, you don't, I mean, how can you set a discipline being a leader? You should be disciplined yourself and
Right.
the rest will follow.
Of course.
Yeah.
I found it always very amusing when you guys do well as sportsmen and your fans and the country is really, really happy and they give you a lot of love and affection. And when there's a little bit of a down patch, they can be quite mean and really quite violent.
Yeah, I've been through it. It feels quite. I mean, as a cricketer, as a Pakistani, it happened to me. Burning effigies and stoning my house when we didn't qualify for the semi-final in '96 World Cup. I was injured in that particular game. It was quite disheartening as a Pakistani. Fair enough, we do want to win every game we participate in, but other team is also there to compete in that competition. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. My philosophy has been, you give your 100%, try your best, and if you lose, well done, other team. I mean, you've played better cricket than us on that particular day. But in our part of the world, I think it's more media at the time than anything else. People just listen to media and then they just follow it in that aspect. They have improved a bit now, Pakistan, in the last 2-3 years. Definitely have
How
improved.
does it make you feel, Huma? Somebody's burning effigies of your husband and stoning your house. It's ridiculous.
Kami, we flew in from somewhere and our flight was diverted back to Karachi because the house was not safe to go to. It was very disturbing for me. I'd never seen anything like this. So, no, it was very disturbing, very upsetting, and because of the children, scary. But, But I think, like Wasim is saying, it's the media which plays a role into it. And then I think we just are a nation in the subcontinent who can't take losing, at least at sports, easily.
Yeah, we kind of sore losers generally.
Sore losers, which is a shame because religious-wise, tolerance is supposed to be the first thing, but it's just it is a game, and if they take it like that and try to, it's also blaming attitude. You love to blame someone.
It was his fault or this one's fault.
Yeah, one person's fault, and it's a team game. Any team game. It's not like golf where it's one person and they're sort of answerable for their actions, or tennis.
No, this is a simple example. '99 World Cup. We had such a young side. I was captain of the side. We were winning. We qualified for the final of the World Cup. I was getting calls from the Chief Minister at the time, by PM at the time, well done, consistent calls. And we lost the finals and nobody called. Everybody disappeared. And I was the captain, and then I got called back to Pakistan.
Yes, he was
I
investigated.
got called to Islamabad for 4 days. I was staying in Islamabad, answering questions of NAB for 4 days, from 8 in the morning till 8 in the evening, to some people who have no idea about the game. For 4 days I did that. They checked every account of mine. They checked every penny I had earned and where it goes, how much my mother gets, how much my father gets, how much she gets. I've been through all this. And this has been, that was a very different experience for me as a Pakistani to go through that sort of situation.
Did it sort of disillusion you quite a bit?
It did. Quite a few times it disillusioned me. I said, okay, I'll leave cricket. Then I said, probably people want that. I want to succeed in my cricket, and only thing...
He doesn't give up easily.
Only way is to answer back my critics or people who,
playing your game.
Playing my game and performing at my game.
Okay, we're going to go to a break. I'm having a fantastic conversation with Huma and Wasim Akram. Be nice to your heroes. We'll be back after this break.